morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and beautiful little lovelies out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious. And a laugh is treating you most deliciously wherever you are. So what's the time, Mr. Wolf? So it's 24 minutes past 9 p.m. in our old England, my delicious babies, on the 23rd of June 2026. And I've just got a few videos for you today, my delicious babies. I've been painting the past couple of days, my delicious babies, yes. And just thought I'd let you know those flowers I showed you with the Audis. Audi, yeah, I've seen a number of Audis, yeah. See them now, my delicious babies? They're all thriving, okay? So I just thought I'd let you know, and the other ones are just the same. You're all right, Maze. Come here, baby. Come here, come here then. All right. She's very hot at the moment, my delicious babies. My little babies have been very hot and bothered today. They've not known really what to do with themselves. But not for their mummy bear, mummy bear, mama bear. Well, I've been painting, okay? So, keeping myself busy. There we are, look at these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to water them again, okay, because they're quite damp at the moment, and I'll water them again before I retire this evening. Oh, look at that, retire. Before I retire this evening, my delicious babies. And yeah, and Miss Buds, Miss Celery, yeah, it's all coming along grand, my delicious babies. Somebody actually suggested getting an old bathtub, to do Miss Buds, my delicious babies. I'm pretty sure I could probably get a rather a large number. Okay, my delicious babies now then, and just to show you, so I'm going to show you. So over here, this is what you're seeing at the moment. Can you see? Well, let me move a bit. Can you see? That's the colour of me new fences. My delicious little babies. All right, mate. All right. Okay, baby. Okay. It's all right. She's just she's getting old now, my beautiful little Maisie's, and she gets a little bit, you know what I mean, sometimes. So she's just wanting to rest. Anyway, my delicious little babies. So yes, I've been doing the painting. I've got my other fence over there that I've done as well. My delicious little babies. Okay, I've still got more to go, but I am getting there. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, yeah, we've got a bit of a breeze now, but it's starting to go a bit cooler now, my delicious little babies, but I'm not complaining. I love the sun, and the sun loves me. But if you look at different videos, my delicious little babies, they'll always sneak in, this red weather. Well, we never used to see that decades ago, my delicious little babies. You know what I mean? You used to see a little, or if it was cloudy with a bit of sunshine, you'd see like a little, cloud. Yeah, there's another cloud, isn't there, my delicious little babies? And but I'm not talking about that cloud, my delicious little babies. And you usually see a yellow sun, wouldn't you? That's how it used to be, wasn't it, my delicious little babies? Now then, so yeah, I wasn't going to do a video this evening, my delicious little babies. You know what I mean? Because I just like to chillax as well, But I thought, no, I'm going to do it. So the first one, my delicious little babies, this uploader happens to have 7.95 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies, and it's called, that doesn't mean no, just got an itch. Capital L Logan, then space, Talks Health. Okay, my delicious little babies, all spaces. I'll repeat that for you once again. Logan Talks Health. Now, rather than write everything down, okay, I'm just making this simple things. This was 2 weeks ago, and this is actually to do with these supplements, these yeah, I'm stumbling there rightfully so, these supplements. what's this one called? Geeks, is it? Anyway, I think that's just one of them. Anyway, the video is not long. I think it's about 18 minutes long or something like that. So it's not long at all. Just joining the dots. See, this is what I'm talking about, my Delicious Little Baby's case. So I don't want to be sort of moaning, because I've had a very chilled, couple of days. I mean, please do not get me wrong. A moan a day keeps you not so friendly, quack, quack away. You know what I mean, my Delicious Baby? So I do always have a moan. Everybody knows this, where I live, whether it be friends, whether it be neighbours, whether it be, everybody knows that I have a moan. Okay, my Delicious Babies, but I like to feel that my moaning is very much justified, okay? But when you look at lots of different channels, not everybody, let's just say, takes pride in their ingredients, you know what I mean, my Delicious Babies. And the consequences is that everything just gets, it's a bit like we've got, without me going around the houses, my Delicious Babies, or around the mulberry bush, you know what I mean? We have what's called Holland and Barrett, okay, my Delicious Babies. So everything is just, it's all mass production. Everything is just, you could have like a little health shop that, would start out, there we are, very small. And of course, in the end, it could say what ingredients are, on the label on these products, but really, what is really in the products? And that is what this video is about, my Delicious Little Babies. Okay, so I'm not really going to say nothing more about that, but I just really felt the need to, to point things out now. Do you see what I mean? Okay, this is not the first time I've done it. And I'm pretty sure, surely to goodness, it will not be the last. Okay, my Delicious Babies, but I have been chillaxed. I've been very much chilled in the sunshine, doing my painting in the garden, and getting up some weeds, some more weeds, because they seem to come thicker and faster. So you have to really, get there as quickly as you can. Do you know what I mean, my Delicious Babies? And I've just felt really like chilled, you know what I mean? Just doing my own little thing, have small conversation here and there, you know what I mean? Not in that way, you know what I mean? And of course, I heard more sad news yesterday. A dear lady over the back of my house, she's passed away. I happened to ask a dear lady neighbour. I said I haven't seen her for a while, because she always used, whenever she was in the window, on the dog and bone, because, they're retired, they're elderly. But not unfit. Okay, my Delicious Babies. And yeah, she said, yeah, she passed away. I'm short a while ago. So may that dear lady as well rest in peace. But yeah, I was adding it up as I was walking around with my beautiful, delicious little Ruby Tuesday, my beautiful, delicious little Maisie Moo, because she'll walk around with us sometimes. Well, of course, Auntie Carla's beautiful little Chinny, she likes to walk around too, bless her. And I've counted, since I've been living here nearly 10 and a half years, there are 3, very sadly, bless the beautiful dear little souls, in just another road not far from myself, who passed. And anyway, total's 15. I mean, that, to myself, that is a lot. I mean, when I look at decades ago, it never used to be like this. Not at all. My Delicious Babies, not at all. Okay. Now, the next one, my Delicious Babies. Sorry about that. Slightly torn my It's all right. It's still in one piece. The next one, my Delicious Little Babies, is this is 12.6 thousand subscribers, my Delicious Little Babies. The uploader is called capital B Britain space, and then it's, as it was, Britain, all spaces, as it was. I've forgotten now whether it's capitals now. I was writing it down quickly, my Delicious Babies, so do forgive me for that. I'm sorry. Um, this video here, this isn't long, my delicious little babies, okay? Again, it's about, I think, just over 18-minute long. And the video should read 25 illegal British pensioner water bill tricks the water companies try to hide. Okay, my delicious baby, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? 25 illegal British pensioner water bill tricks the water companies try to hide. Was one of them Thomas Water or something, my delicious babies? I'll tell you what, that name Thomas done half get about, doesn't it, my delicious babies? Anyway, and sorry, excuse me. And finally, my delicious babies. Oh no, because I forgot to tick that one off yesterday. The moringa oil. Yeah, because I ticked everything else off and I forgot about that one for some strange reason. Anyway, my delicious babies, never mind, I caught up. This upload of my delicious babies. Now, you're probably going to wonder why. I'm going to tell you this in a minute. Okay, my delicious babies. This upload happens to have 7.92 million. So it's a very large uploader, my delicious babies. And by the way, with anybody not in that way, okay? This upload is called capital A, architectural, space, capital D, digest, you know, as in one's digestion, my delicious babies, you know, because please do bless rather a lot of beautiful, dear little souls, but many seem to be having a problem with their digestion. Don't they, my delicious babies? I'm struggling to get that word out. Shall I repeat the word again? Digestion. Seem to be having rather a lot of problems with digestion. Okay, my delicious babies anyway. But this is Digest, as in Reader's Digest. Does anybody remember decades ago, my delicious babies? They might still be running it, I do not know. Reader's Digest. Anyway, my delicious babies, you know when it began. Anyway, my delicious babies, and yeah, this one happened to come up on my feed, so it's very clear to myself that YouTube and the algorithm is clearly wanting me to pay attention to this video. Now, for most of you, you may very well know this uploader. Me personally, no, I do not. I'm not into architecture, my delicious babies, because to get architecture that's excellent and beautiful to look at, which we see much of, we've got very sadly the other side of it, where then other places, there we are, get bombed. Okay, my delicious babies, so then there's hardly no architecture left. Then that's when the squares come in. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? Yes. So I'm not particularly into... I used to watch many, many, many years ago called Grand Designs, can say it too where. You see what I mean, my delicious babies? And yeah, it was very fascinating. I remember all those years ago when they were actually building homes below. Very interesting, that was. Amazing what they showed everybody many, many, many years ago, isn't it, my delicious babies? Anyway, but this video should read, and it's only about just over 11 minutes long, so it's not long at all, but there's something I'm really wanting you to... Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? For those so blessed to be able to see, and those so blessed to be able to hear, I shall read it out. How an architect hid a bedroom inside his 420 square feet. What's that called? I've got to read my own writing, my delicious babies. It's all right, so I was writing it. don't know, studio, New York City. Why am I struggling with that? Let me just go over the letters again. Sorry about this, my delicious babies. It just looked very faint. I've had to really go over it with a teal, you know what I mean, my delicious babies. So I'll repeat that for you again. Do forgive me, my delicious babies. I really just couldn't read my own writing for a moment. How an architect hid a bedroom inside his 420 square feet New York City studio. Note the 420 comes to 6 delicious babies. You see how this works. Okay, my delicious babies now then. So, what is this about? And why have I mentioned this? Because if you look at a lot of old mansions, need to go backwards here. If you look at a lot of old mansions, my delicious babies, I mean, you know, they had lots of it. I mean, you know, if you look, I mean, they used to have bookcases, didn't they? You know, then you sort of pressed it, and then, you know, it's a bit like a dun 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 dun. Do you know what I mean? It's just one press. It turns into something else. You know what I mean? My delicious babies, yes. Anyway, before I go, something's making me do this today. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to see what's going on. Whoever this may be for, something is just, there we are. I've got it again. It's like normally I don't even bother, but it's very rare you'll ever see me do this these days, although I really just need to get back into it, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? You never know. If I get back into the swing of doing my readings, the spars might leave me alone, you know what I mean? My delicious babies. Yes, you never know. Worst things happen at sea. And that's nothing to laugh about, my delicious babies. Seems to be swords here. Look at that. You got 3 different swords. There seems to be some mental strife going on. Okay. And then you've got 1 pentacle. So, you know, these run more longer term. So you got Queen of Pentacles, usually an earth sign. Earth angel, will you be mine? Do you know what I mean? And well, with your Queen of Pentacles, she's very well. She has got a good business model when she wants to use it. Okay, usually between the ages of 40 to 65. Okay, so you know, okay. I'm not saying this in the wrong way. Sometimes she can be moody, but her general personality is very caring. Okay, so she would come under the Earth sign, which would be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. However, if this is not somebody, a woman who you know, or a lady who you know, who is under that, you know, those star signs, it could be somebody who carries, you know what I mean, these particular traits, characteristics. Do you understand what I mean? Okay. But she's a mother hen. She'd make a superb private investigator. Okay, my delicious babies, but it's somebody who likes to know what's going on. It's like I said before, you see, when everybody just assumes that it's just man who run the world, isn't it? I've said before what my thoughts are. I'm not saying it isn't, but I've already said what my thoughts are. There we are. Okay. Now then, next one. So for whoever this is, 8 of Swords, yeah. If somebody's feeling restricted out there, okay, whoever you may be, okay, your restrictions, there we are going to lift for whoever you are, okay, my little beautifuls, for whoever you are, okay. Next one. 5 of Swords. So, like I just said earlier, you know, swords come under mental strife. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, so I do not mean that in the wrong, you know, sense of the words. What I'm saying is that there could be, there we are, a number of different things going on. Things, you know, whichever way you want to rock and roll the words. And, well, basically, what this is about is that what may seem rather trivial to one may not be trivial to somebody else, to another. Okay, you then have the 5 of Swords. So what the Five of Swords is saying is that the road that whoever you are out there is on shall lead to nothing but misery. So maybe a change of direction or a change of strategy is what is needed here, or certainly looking at something from a different angle. Going back, sorry, to the Eight of Swords, when I put the cards back in and everything, then look, I'm juice little card. Then the King of Wands came out. Well, that's fire signs. That would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or certainly somebody carrying these traits or characteristics. Again, same age group, kings and queens can. Because knights are usually younger, and then pages even younger. Okay. Well, anyway, anyone who knows tarot will already know this. Okay, my little beautifuls. Okay. Um, but the King of Wands, excellent personality. If he's a boss, he'd make a wonderful boss. Okay. Um, Sometimes maybe needs to broaden his horizons. Maybe look at different topics, subjects. Not every single one of the fire signs, but but like I say, you could be dealing with somebody who is not one of these signs, but you would have thought that you would definitely had him down as either a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius, but he may not be any of those. But sometimes characteristics, not only that, but it can come under as well your moon sign. Do you know what I mean? So you've got sun sign, moon sign. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so with the restrictions, the King of Wands. So whoever this is, maybe they have been feeling restricted, and of course this man now, and the restrictions are lifting. So whatever it is, this man's involved somewhere. Now, finally, Mards, little babies, you got the Ace of Swords. So usually any ace is a beginning. So basically what this means is it is the start of and it's just dropped back out again. Okay, the start of an unstoppable movement, things changing for the good, for the better. Any obstacles one has shall be, there we are, overcome. And that's the reading there. So forever, for sorry, whoever that may be, I never needed to stumble there. That was clearly, there we are, for somebody. But who? I do not know. Okay, so until my next video, my little beautifuls, okay, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little honey bunnies. Sending peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings to each and every one of you. May your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families, may you all be fully protected, and how I love you so. You're super duper wonderful, super duper delish, and I love you. Let's not forget what's been locked up now. What's been locked up. Okay. So until my next video, thank you so very much for any views, for any likes, for the occasional comments. Okay. Like I said, this is not a long video anyway today, but we do not know how long it'll take, to upload. Okay, my beautiful little baby, got to remember the tweaks, haven't we? Okay, little Maisie, you all right, baby? Okay. Go. Oh, Maze. I'm sorry about that, Mards, little baby. See, she's very restless this evening. Mustn't forget the twigs, must we? Mards, little baby's very sorry about that. Lots of love, and wherever you are, please look after now, okay? And if life is a little bit stressful, if there's any way you can find, to de-stress, please try to find it, okay? Because we are in a bonkers, crackers and crazy world, and please take care of yourselves, my little beautifuls, and please try to take care of others, okay? So until my next video, I've no idea how long it'll take to upload, okay? But you just look after now. Take care, and I hope you're all enjoying this beautiful sunshine, for those who can take it, because anybody with breathing problems may be struggling at the moment, but for everybody else, go and get that suntan, okay? Lots of love. Take care. Thank you. Goodbye.